was young, I was diagnosed with dyslexia. And like if there's any kids that's listening that's dyslexic, the one thing that I would tell them is like 47% of all self-made millionaires in this country are dyslexic. But at that time, it was like a hindrance. It was something that they said was going to hamper me for the rest of my life, and I couldn't be successful because of it. But it actually ended up being my superpower, right? So anybody that has a disadvantage, they can use that to their advantage.
And walk past the roulette machine and we were like, hey man, let's put all that on black and flip it. We were both drunk too.
Yeah.
Put it on black and lost it all.
Hey,
But I'm done. Welcome to the Haitian Kings Podcast. You know, today you can see everybody got tracksuit on. So the guest we have today, he become a grandpa. So we wanted to celebrate that.
Yes.
Because of that, we all put tracksuit on. He's a podcaster just like us, and he's doing a business. He's a very business-minded person. So we have him on the show to talk about his past, talking about what he got going on, and then tell us, maybe educate us about stuff that we don't know. Without further ado, Garrett Beck.
Hey.
Nah. Thank you for coming to the show, bro.
No, man, I appreciate y'all having me, man.
I mean, you got us wearing tracksuit, man, just to celebrate that.
I know, that's pretty cool. I was looking for, like, hey, when we talked about it and y'all said y'all was going to wear tracks, I couldn't wait.
Yeah, man.
I think it's going to be a new trend locally, right?
Hopefully.
Yeah. Hopefully Sergio Tacchini's stock goes up a little bit.
There you go.
They need to give me some points, though.
Shit, they start sending us free stuff, too.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So, man, tell us about you, man.
Man, I'm a dude I was born in Lafayette, Louisiana, and I lived in Patterson, Louisiana when I was young. I had a unique experience with my family because my father was from New York and my mother was from Abbeville, Louisiana. So it's like the best of both worlds as far as like a train of thought and how to view the world. Especially, I was born in 1980, so like in a sense, yeah.
Hey, my bad.
Yeah.
He's not a movie that.
Yeah, but no, in a sense though, like we was really one of the first generations that was fully immersed in the American society that was post-segregation, right? Because that was like in 1968, so it was 12 years, right? So it was really like people had let their guard down by then. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they subversively, there was still a lot of bigotry and stuff like that, right? So, but having a dad from New York, that he had a different mindset, so that was not acceptable, right? So it was that was unique. But my parents ended up getting divorced when I was real young. My mom had graduated from McNeese, so she ended up coming back out here to teach. And I came with her. She got me in the divorce,
Okay.
Like he got the money, she got me. Right?
That's not a bad deal.
Yeah, so no, I ended up with my mom and I went to school out here, and then there was a whole bunch of moves back and forth, because I was a rebellious kid. Like there was a lot of things going on. Like when I was young, I was diagnosed with dyslexia, and like if there's any kids that's listening that's dyslexic, the one thing that I would tell them is like 47% of all self-made millionaires in this country are dyslexic. But at that time, it was like a hindrance. It was something that they said was going to hamper me for the rest of my life, and I couldn't be successful because of it. But it actually ended up being my superpower, right? So anybody that has a disadvantage, they can use that to their advantage. But anyways, with that mindset, I didn't have that mindset at a young age. I was just like, I'm dumb. You know what I mean? It's hard to learn. Like numbers wasn't my strong point. Words wasn't my strong point. It was difficult for me to read.
So let me ask you this. So, I mean, hearing you say this, to me, this is crazy. Like when you have people saying that you're never gonna make it because of that, and then hearing you saying, so all your life you're going about that, hey, you dumb, and it's just you don't feel like it's a bad way to go about it, telling kids.
Absolutely. Well, if you put limitations on anybody, that's what they're gonna
But not to get off subject real quick, but something I kind of wanted to add to that, because as you know, we're not from here. And one thing I noticed about being in America is like they tend to categorize stuff.
Yes.
Like simple stuff, like it doesn't matter what it is, like they tend to put you within a category as if like that's like a disadvantage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of things I wasn't even aware of them that they existed till I stepped foot here, like dyslexic. There's no such thing like that in Haiti. And I promise you there's probably a lot of kids that would be diagnosed with it if they lived out here, but they don't.
Yeah.
So therefore, they grew up having a normal life. Like however they are is however they are.
Yeah.
If you can't read, they're gonna be teachers are gonna be more patient with you till you learn how to read, however it may go. But whenever you come here, they just put you on a category or put you on some sort of a spectrum.
Yeah.
And then a lot of time it gets to people's head, and then it kind of slows them down. Like you said, growing up, you knew you were dyslexic, so you were like, well, I'm dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But just to get back on that, I just wanted to say that.
Well, and that's the problem with American society is that we have this assembly line mentality, right? That everybody has to fit this box. Like there's really no uniqueness to American society anymore, right? Like everyone's trying to be like everyone, and everyone's trying to outdo everyone. Like to the rest of the world, if they look at us, when you kick the anthill and you see all the ants running around, we're the anthill kicked over. You get what I'm saying? Just selfish and do by any means necessary surviving, right? And that's not the way my brain operates. It doesn't. But like I knew that I could be something, but it was just like, man, how do I convince all these people around me that tell me like it's okay that you know what I mean? It's okay if you suck at life, or I have less, or you know what I mean? Like, oh, that's a little ambitious right there, right? So, so that was the frustration of that. I was supposed to go into the Marine Corps, right? And out of high school, out of the greatest learning institution west of the Mississippi, LaGrange High School. But I was supposed to go to the Marine Corps, and I got in some trouble. I got caught. Me and my buddy got caught with some stuff, trying to transport it, and that was strike one, and it ended up messing up that, right? But the irony of it all is like 1 year later, my daughter's born, like a year and a month later, right after that date, my daughter's born. So it's almost exact. It was ironic. It's strange how all these things happen, and then I didn't learn my lesson. I had that kid a year later, and I felt that like, all right, this is my means to like I understood hard work. I understood like rigorous labor. I understood all that, but like I needed money now.
I know. I know.
And when you're in the I need money now mindset, you figure it out. I networked and I had a lane and I brought things in and I, for wholesale and I sold them for retail. And then like one day my life came crumbling down, right? Like everybody's story. And then from that moment, so I there was a moment in my life that to some people it would be the lowest moment of their life, but rock bottom's the best place you could be sometimes, right?
There's nowhere else to go but up.
Yeah. So, and honestly, like in my life, like the darkest times when I feel the most comfortable, because I can see that little glimmer of light, right? So that's all I need. All I need is that. It lets me know that I'm alive. But anyways, got jammed up again, and this time it was, me against the world in a sense, right? So, I had my wife, I had my parents, and I had Ron Richard. Like that's literally what it boiled down to, right? Like I ain't have nobody else. And Ron Richard was only with me because I paid him at that time. But as my case went on and we was going through all that, me and him became really good friends because, like, he would ask me these questions and I would answer them. And then Ron Richard was actually the first person that told me in his office when we were going through my discovery, he was like, man, you know what's crazy? If you operated any business the way you operated this business, you could be successful. So Ron Richard is actually the first person that ever spoke life into my business sense, right? I just thought I was a hustler. Like, I was just cool with being a street kid or whatever you want to call it, or caught up in that. Because my parents didn't raise me to be like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So with that being said, it just I made a vow to God, right? Like so take it back, the moment I bonded out, the first thing I did was paid Ron his money, and I went to a church, and there was this lady that prophesied something over my life, and she told me that I wasn't gonna do a day, which I thought she was crazy, she was insane. But as things progressed, my priority number went down, and I ended up not doing a day. But the sentence that I received was I got 5 years suspended, 3 years paper, and I was supposed to get a lot more, but God moved, right? It was one of them situations where God moved, and I got in my car and I cried and was like, look, I can't ever go back to this, right? Because up until that moment, I was still like halfway in, halfway out. And I cried like a baby and was like, I can't go back to this. And like I was like, God, you got to show me something. And from that, just I failed my way to success. That's how I look at it. Is venture after venture, opportunity after opportunity, and went from hanging out with terrible businessmen.
Is that what you're calling
You know
them?
what I mean? to hanging out with like really solid, great businessmen, dudes that do good business, dudes that taught me, dudes that seen something in me and brought something out of me. And so like all you can do in life is pay that forward. So that's all I look for. Is I try to, within our business, the business that I work in, I look for those guys that might be overlooked, might be the underdog, might be, you know what I mean, doubting themselves. Because there's a whole lot of people that's given me permission to be successful within my life, like more than just Ron. Like I've got, my first mentor ever was a dude named Jim Groth. He passed away. And I would be on the job site reading books. One day I was reading this book called Stalin's Prosecutor, because I seen the demise of, like, I'm not gonna say it like that, but I'm seeing where the two-party system is taking us, right? And Stalin's Prosecutor is about the Bolsheviks and the Militiaviks, and how it affected and is affecting Russia, right? So he came out, looked at the book, and was like, what the hell are you doing out here? Like, that's all I got. And then he pulled me in there, and we started having conversations, and he's the one that encouraged me to go to school. And I started going back to school, and then other opportunities presented themselves. I ended up getting to a sales role with another company. And when you get into outside sales and things of that nature, you actually become like you're running the business, right? And at first I didn't know what I was doing. And, I have a mindset like, you put me in a plane, I'm going to fly this motherfucker, right? Like, I can't land it.
Yeah.
But I'll figure it out, right? And
that's the best way to learn, though. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? When you put in messed up situation that you have to figure it out.
yeah, but it was, God put all these people in my life. Like, there's another man named Randy Roth, Big Chief. Like, this dude, you had to know. You know what I mean? He was like a drill sergeant. He was the hardest dude you could work for in a sense. But if you told him the truth, he loved you and he would take care of you, right? Another dude, Greg Taney. He's just incredible man, bro. Like, he's a great business guy, like great business mind, solid dude. Another guy, Ryan Quack. Brian Hollingsworth, Sean Bryan, the dudes that I have the podcast with, like R.B. Smith. Like, I could just, Kirby Vincent. There's just these names, man, like that these guys that have impacted my life, and they've had conversations with me, or I can go to them with a question, if I'm doubting myself, and they're gonna build me back up, or like if I am broke down. So it's unique. You have to have your tribe. You have to have your set of guys that can grow you, so you can grow others at some point, right? Like I'm kind of at a stage in my life where I can start mentoring people without ruining their lives.
But to ask you this, you kind of said something about the podcast, because we live in Southwest Louisiana, which is, of course, not a big city, because usually the idea of podcasts come from, like, let's just say New York, California, those big cities, Houston, and so on and so forth. So what brought up the idea of you wanting to start a podcast so you can share your knowledge or talk about business on a daily basis? What started that idea?
That's what it was. It was like I said, I felt my way to success. Like it's a way to reach people that you might not reach on a daily basis, right? Like I mean, we've had bankers on there. We've had other entrepreneurs that's come on there that's told their stories and how they've had to pivot throughout life to be successful. And that's what it was. That's what it's about. It's about, like, for me, there's still a lot of things that I have to learn. Like, I'm learning every day, right? Like, I'm not perfect. I'm not the end all be all to business. Like, there's a lot of smarter guys in me, right? But their risk tolerance might be way lower. You know what I mean?
So you play hard?
Yeah. Well, not really. If I see an opportunity, like I look for the failure. I don't want to buy a good business.
You want a broken one so you can build it back up, kind of stuff?
Yeah, I get it for a good price, and there's people within there that's being overlooked, and there's just things that you can do to fix it, right? It's kind of like buying a.
But I mean, when you say you're buying this failing business, are you looking at the numbers or you're not looking at the numbers? You just say
No, you got to look at the number. I'm not gonna buy something with a ton of debt.
Okay, that's what
but underperforming.
Yeah, okay.
Like when I see something there's guys that's out there that they might be in a business that they don't know where to pivot, right? And their go-to-market strategy is just broken. So there might be something that they could leverage, and do something, get into another like market or segment and exploit that and double or triple their revenue, right? There's just a lot of people that are skilled look at life with blinders. You know what I mean? They have this tunnel vision, and fortunately, like, I don't. Like my vision's unbridled. It's just like everywhere. Like, hey, squirrel. Like,
but a lot of people sometimes, usually say, it's the beginning always like, I don't know where to start. It's just like, okay, I would like to be a businessman, or I would like to do some type of business, but I just don't know where to start. What would you say to somebody like that?
Leverage your talent. Everybody's born with a gift. You have to leverage your gift, whatever that gift is. Like that gift, like one day we was talking, like business is logic simplified. You have a skill that is necessary for this world. Leverage that skill. You know what I mean? Like, people would rather go to work than leverage their talent. And
but sometimes because you feel like that's the safest thing to do, you know what I mean? When you're in a world where you just, like, I don't know what to do, just like, okay, let me just get this job, and then,
because the job makes things easier, especially if you got a good one. I mean, the knowing that every week or every 2 weeks that paycheck gonna hit, it puts your mind at ease. And as a person who has a failed business owner myself, the level of stress it takes to run one, especially from the beginning, is just like up to the roof. Like the way shit break down left and right, and the way, like, you can make the money. It's kind of like grabbing the money from the right hand and then you give it to the left hand. Yeah. And even if you haven't given it to the left hand yet, to the right hand yet, you just hold on to it because you know the right hand gonna come get it one day. Yeah. That's exactly how it felt for me. I started my small business or whatever. So yes, I'm still business minded. I still wanna venture into other things. But kind of like he was saying, is that kind of fear of, okay, I'm going to go at it again. I know it's hard, and I might fail. Yeah. And like you said, sometimes, of course, you do learn through failure. But at the same time, like there's a thing that says, if you get off the horse, you get back on it. Yeah. But there's another thing that says, if you get off the horse before you get back on it, think of another way to get back on it where you're going to stay on there. Yeah. If that makes any sense. Yeah. That's kind of like how I look at it. But what's your opinion, though, about what I just said?
So let me ask you this. What would you do different?
Different. Thinking about it, what would I do different? I feel like if I'd go again, I wouldn't want to be in a business where I don't have to deal with employees. Yeah. Because I feel like they are the worst. Because, like, you're treating it as if that's your baby. That's my thing. I'm willing to go above and beyond for it. But yet you can't do it by yourself. You got to have somebody under you that you're paying hourly or weekly or however it may goes, to help you out with it. But if that person don't take it as seriously, but let's just say you got some sort of contract with somebody, because I had dump trucks, and you tell them, My dump truck's gonna be there Monday, 5 o'clock in the morning, and so on and so forth. And you talk to the driver, fill up the truck, make sure you do whatever those things we gotta do. Because usually in the afternoon, me and my brother, we usually go do there, clean the air filter, do whatever we gotta do to make sure that the truck is ready to go the next day or whatever. And then the construction company call you and be like, "Hey man, where's your truck?" And you call the dude, he don't even pick up. And by the time he call you back, it's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
And then that happened once or two or three, 4, or 3 more times. They're gonna tell you, "Hey man, like we can't deal with you no more. Like you gotta get another company." But that's me losing that money. That dude don't care.
Yeah.
He can always go drive for somebody else. But that's what I'm saying. That's like the hardest part or the most annoying part. One of the most annoying part is having somebody that's working under you but that don't value your dream like you do.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
No, 100%. No, I totally understand that. But I asked you that question to see which, you know what I mean? You was educated. Like the lesson that you learned from it, you won't repeat it.
Absolutely, for sure.
Yeah. So that's a beautiful thing about failure, right? And but for me, like when I say leverage your talent, like people will make time for what they find important.
Absolutely.
So when you do have that stability and you do have that job, there's that inception part or the beginning of a business where, yes, it does. It's an obsession, but you can do two things at one time. It's just, will you do two things at one time, right? Like, will you leverage your sleep through this startup, right? Will you to work the job, to not hit the overhead, and to be able to build up that war chest, to be able to scale your business, right? And that's a lot of guys aren't willing to do that, right? Because they think that. But the thing that trips me out about society or just people in general is that they're more willing, instead of investing in themselves and investing in their talents, they're more willing to go to the casino and put their money in a slot machine.
That could be another conversation within itself.
Yeah. But that's the way I look at it. I mean, business is a live, breathing thing, right?
Absolutely.
It's numbers. It's all this other stuff. It's a lot of moving parts, but.
My question for you be like, yeah, I get in business ways, but sometimes it's just like not having the network. Not even that, just having the people around you. Let's say, for instance, like, oh, my business is failing, whatever the case may be. But I know I can call you. I say, hey, man, this is what I got going on. What am I doing wrong?
Yeah.
They used to like, oh, man, okay, cool. Yeah, I see you did this and this. How much do you need? This can fix it. Or if we do this, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, not having that, is not everybody can have that.
Yeah.
And I think like this, if you have good people around you, good set of friends that's on that level that you can go to.
Yeah.
And that can help you not to fail in a lot of ways. Does that make sense?
You have to build your network, right? And you gotta have, but it takes time to build that network, right? But the beautiful, like, good businessmen love a young, hungry business dude or an old, hungry business dude or somebody that's stepping out on faith. They love to help. Like, ego and pride gets in the way most of the time. Like, a lot of people don't want to say, like, you might see the dude, you might be in the same business, it might be your biggest competitor, right? You can go ask that dude a question, he's going to answer it. He might not give you any proprietary information, but how did you do this at this step? He don't want you to fail, because competition is good, right? Like, unless you're mucking up the game and you're driving his value down.
Yeah, but like, we're saying the stock option. If you like, he take time though, because he take a lot of learning. He take a lot of, I mean, my biggest downfall is just I play too big sometimes.
Yeah.
Go big or go home.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't have the patience to just
scaling
slowly.
That is just dumb. Let's just leave it at that. Hey, man,
that's how you call it, man.
Listen, because
you get overconfident.
I'm going to tell you what, though. I approach things when it comes to gambling differently, because I work at a casino. I've seen gambling at its worst. You get what I'm saying? The house always wins.
Yes.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
So if I'm gambling, till this day, if I go to the casino with $100 in my pocket and I flip it to 200, that's a day.
Yeah.
I go back home. You get what I'm saying?
What's your favorite game?
Roulette.
Machine?
I love roulette.
Roulette.
What do you play? Like, you play the numbers, you play outside?
Like, when my money starts going up and I'm feeling more brave, I might put a few on some numbers, but for the most part, it's black and red.
Really?
Yeah.
I got a little system.
Really? I mean, you're going to have to teach me that system for sure.
Yeah, I will.
You know what's funny? One time I went to a casino with somebody, right? And for some reason, it was like one of our lucky night. What I mean by lucky night, we probably made like $300 and we walked in there with 20. So,
Yeah.
lucky night.
You got big
And then we printed out the voucher and we was walking to the, banquet, whatever they call it, to cash it out. And we walked past the roulette machine and we were like, hey, man, let's put all that on black and flip it. We were both drunk too.
Yeah.
Put it on black, lost it all.
Hey,
But I'm dumb, right? That's the shit I be doing.
But no, but thing is, I'm losing $300. I'm gonna tell you how that dude's dumb. He be calling me, like, you gonna believe how much money I just made. I'm like, what's up? What you got, man? I just made $12,000. Man, it's not even 10 o'clock. Me, I call it a day.
Yeah.
I won't go back to the stock market for like a week.
Yeah.
Because I'm winning. Like, it's kind of like you hit somebody and then you stand in front of them so they can hit you back. No, you hit them and you run. That's kind of like how I look at it. But him, he be like, I got this other move. I might be making 50K. I'm like,
I think, the problem is, I think is when you lost so much, so big, it's a small, let's say, the most I lost 100 grand in 3 days, right?
Yeah.
So when you lose some shit like this and when you lose 5,000, it doesn't mean shit. That become a problem.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Or you lose 10 grand. 10 grand is a lot of money.
Yeah.
But the fact that you lost so big, you win so big too, but the fact that you lose so big, like when you lose $10,000-$15,000, that feeling is not like you got that itchy feeling when you was losing 100. You see what I'm saying?
No.
Sometimes it become like but it's just the same thing. If I make $500, I can make a move in 30 seconds. So 2 minutes, 5 minutes, I make $500. I feel like that's disrespectful in a sense. Like, no, I'm gonna let it sit. And then sometimes it never happen. You know what I mean? It's just I could scale up like this. But I think sometimes it's my downfall in a sense.
Well, that's what I was like earlier when I was talking about risk tolerance. You got a high risk tolerance.
He does, but have you ever heard the saying that says if you want to make God laugh, tell him your plans?
Yes.
Okay. That dude be calling me like, man, I'm telling you, by Monday, if everything I'm thinking works, 100K.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, 100K, man, I'm going to get this truck. I'm going to be doing this.
Yeah.
Be doing that. And then I'm going to probably spend 20K and flip that other 70. And he be like having the whole plan, and I'm like, kind of like, with me, when I got something good coming my way, I tend to just keep it to I might tell him, but outside of him, I keep it to my fucking self to see if it's going to happen or not.
Yeah.
But it's kind of one of those things, and then that's why when he said he can lose a lot, because with his mind, he's chasing the millions, which ain't nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, it's kind of like, man, like, you don't count your chicken before they hatch.
Yeah, but I mean, at the end of the day, so I started like that, though. You know what I mean? The first time when I get in the stock market, I wasn't like, you scared. I remember I'll never forget, I lost $500.
Yeah.
And I said, oh, fuck that. I'm out. I ain't doing this shit no more. You know what I mean? Like, then my friends got me back in it again. So now I decided to learn about it, So I started making more money. Like, oh, shit. So the minute I make money, shit, it's on now. It's just become like a drug. I'm on it. I'm in it. You know what I mean? Making $400,000 or $500,000. Then you lose, when you lose 100 grand, I was like, oh, shit. Like, fuck.
Yeah.
And then just like, okay, I'm the one that make, convince yourself, like, coping mechanism. I'm the one that make the money. I lose it, blah, blah, blah. It's house money. It was not my money, blah, blah, blah. But after a while, you do it so much.
Yeah.
Your risk tolerance become.
Well, that's what business is streaky. Just like that. Like we all are streaky. Like you're not gonna have a great year every year. You know what I mean? It's just like, but I mean, you have an entrepreneur's mindset, like a good entrepreneur's mindset. You ain't gonna quit when you know what I mean, you hit a wall. You're gonna keep pouring into it. So, like it's like life is streaky. You have years that are total shit.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? You're like, man, this is like, I can't wait till 2024 is over. Like I got kicked in the, you know what I mean? Like this year's the year of the rabbit, and it was terrible, or what? I don't know what year it is. Like you know what I mean? But life is streaky, bro. Like so, to have a high risk tolerance, like I have compared to you, I have a moderate risk.
Yeah,
tolerance.
but that's
moderate for sure.
But I think that's what I say. That's my biggest downfall, and I think I should have never lost that much money. It's just a way, like, but I always got that like go big or go home mentality. Like, shit. Let's talk in big money. And then sometimes it's just like, man, just chill. Just take that little 200. There's nothing wrong with taking
which
200.
goes back to where I go back and
you
tell
need
you,
to be humble.
the house don't lose, man.
Yeah.
The house does not
Yeah.
lose. Look, listen.
That's why I don't go to the casino, because if I go,
But-
like, I leave my wallet in my car because I hate losing. So the minute I start losing, I'm gonna think
chasing
like
it.
I'm gonna come back and trying to put more money and more money and more money. And that's something I'm not. That's the difference with the stock market, because at the end of the day, I'm looking at the chart, I'm charting, I'm watching.
It feels like
this.
it makes you feel like you got more control
You
on
feel
it.
like you're in control.
Yeah.
The fact that I have that control, less, even though you fucked up, it's like, oh shit. I see. Now you can go back. You say, oh, you learn from that. You say, okay, next time the situation happen again, I know what to do. But sometimes you never know. You know what I mean? You never really go, like where you think it's gonna go. Like sometimes, like I remember, I never say, you plan something, right?
Yeah.
I remember. So I got $80,000. I want to put it on that stock, right?
Yeah.
I said, man, it's a big money move, right? I said, shit. I called my friend. I said, hey, man, I don't want the whole thing to him. I said, man, if I take this stock right here, right now, I see it's going to go down, I'm going to buy it at 80 cents. And I know it's going to go down. But then it's going to shoot back up. And I'm going to make a lot of money. What do you think? He said, yeah, man, that's a big money move. I said, I know. So what would you do? Sometimes you want that validation.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
And it's like, oof, I don't know, man. I wouldn't
They
do
say it's your money.
I wouldn't, I wouldn't do it. And then I just
Yeah.
say, you know what? Yeah, fucking, I ain't gonna do it.
Yeah.
It happened just like I said. I didn't make the move. 4 days later, I would have been make $400,000 for that 80,000.
Yeah.
Then you kick yourself up in the head like, oh man, like I shouldn't have listened to nobody. But at the end of the day, you run the shit to your mind, and you know it's a big money move, and you didn't want to. And then guess what?
Yeah.
We don't make no money. That's what I'm saying. Situation like this and then you're trying to chase that.
Yeah. Another rabbit.
Two other moves you make, zero.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And it happens though. That literally is. So one of my partners told, like, he has the best analogy. Sean Bryan, like, his analogy for small business, especially like sole proprietorships. He says it's like riding a lion. It looks really cool, but all you're trying to do is figure out how to get off without getting eaten.
Yeah.
But like what you're saying is like, and that's something that, like, even through life, you're always going to encounter that. There's going to be missed opportunities. There's going to be something that's in your heart that you're going to say, man, I should have I need to put my money in this. And you're going to pass. Somebody will bring you an investment or something like that, or you'll be like, nah, I'm going to pass on this one, right? And then you see it blow up, and you're like, dang, bro. But you still have to root for that person.
Yeah.
Right? No malice in your heart, like, I missed it. Like, but the next time that same guy comes around
And
and he asks you for 50 G's, you can be like, let's do it. Like, tell me the plan.
Yeah.
Because you've seen him, he's a proven dude. Like, but I totally understand what you're saying, because when I go to the casino, I bring the amount of money, my risk tolerance, you know what I mean?
That you're
Whatever
willing
I
to
can lose, or I think I'm going to lose, because I've gotten to the point now, I go to the casino with one of my partners, like one of my mentors I mentioned earlier, and I, like, with my roulette system, I told him about it, and he was like, this thing ain't going to work. I was like, it's going to work. So he's like...
You betting on numbers or black or red?
I bet outside. I bet it depends. So we check the board
to see what the last few numbers
see what's hot, and then we'll play first 12, second 12, and then we bet the row, so you're doubling up. And it's a slow, like, you're not winning a whole bunch of money when you hit it double, but like when you do lose, unless you get wiped out on those few numbers that you can get wiped out on, like, if you'll lose a quarter of your money, right? So like when I was telling about my system, because like I'm a probabilities guy, right? Like I like percentages. So I was just looking at this thing and was like, okay, I think that right here is about like 80-something%, like 82, whatever. And he was like, I told him, and he's like a numbers guru. Like, this dude is a whiz. So he was like, holy crap, you're actually right. Because he was like, if you're saying it's this, it's got to be this bet, this bet. I was like, you're close. So we went, and I did it, and I hit. And then I did it by myself, I hit. And then we went to Vegas for the LSU game. and I got wiped out. Like it was, but seriously, it was this crazy thing. Like 32 hit 4 times in a row, right?
Oh yeah, that ain't normal.
Yeah, no, that's a 1 in 3.2 million chance.
That's not normal. Even I've
Yeah,
never
yeah.
seen
So
that.
probabilities tell you that that'll never happen.
Yeah.
And it did happen. But anyway, so that happened, and I was like kind of thinking my system was broken, you know? So he came down here and we went, we had like a golf tournament we had to go to the next day, but we were with some customers and stuff, and he was like, hey, I want to try your system. I was like, man, I got smoked in Vegas. He was like, I said, well, here, take my money. We'll put our money together and we'll run this thing. And we ran it up that day, and he was like, all right, let's go. I was like, nah, bro. We need to triple them bets on that. But that's how my brain is just like that. And when it gets to that type of situation, it's like, let's max it out.
Yeah.
Like,
It can be a good thing. It can be a bad thing at the
but
same time. You know?
The beautiful thing is you know yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know that you might, if you up 400 and you lose 100, you're not going to get into that other 300.
Yeah.
Right? So that's smart.
But you know what's interesting, like in a sense, like I said, from working in the casino, I've seen people working there with $100 or $200 in their pocket, and then after a while they started pushing 50, 30, 70,000, you name it, and then they started going back down. You would have thought, okay, you made 70 or 80,000, now you're going back to 50. Yeah, leave it at that.
Yeah,
you walked in there with a few hundred.
Sometimes
you seen them that they
mind,
kept on playing till they lose it all.
Yeah.
Because at some point, let's say you go with 200. Let's say if it was me, I go to 200 and I make 70,000. Why now? Shit, you ain't got shit on me.
I be going on
So
that
I'm thinking in my
5,000.
head like, whatever I'm doing, it's working.
Yeah. It's not going to be the golden
gonna
nugget.
become my downfall
Yeah.
because right now I'm just like, I'm that dude right now.
Yeah.
You can't touch me. You know
I'm
what I
on
mean?
a hot streak.
Yeah, so
Watch
but then
out.
it's just
Like I
like,
said, the house
and then
always
get
win, man.
the worst thing you can do when you waste that kind of money, you lose. So now you start betting big.
Yeah.
That's why you lose the money so fast because next thing you know, it's $20,000 bet.
Yeah.
You lose that. Fuck. $20,000 bet again. You lose that. Okay, now let's go back, scale it down to $10,000 bet. You lose that. Next thing you know, you go back to zero. Like, damn.
Yeah. And hey, so like it's crazy how the two are interlinked in a sense. Like being a business person and being a gambler are almost identical.
They are.
And people think that they can outspin their failures, right? Like if you have a broken process and you don't fix that process, like there's a lot of dudes that think that they're just going to outspend fixing that part of their process in their business that's broken. Like they'll just keep throwing money at it, and next thing you know, all their money's gone, and they jumping off the bridge. No, I'm just kidding. I hope they don't. but no, it's the same thing as a gambler. You get what I'm saying?
Because I'm not gonna lie to you because I never forget that. I said, man, that day when I lose that, when I see my $100,000 went to shit, and I was like, that. I can see why people kill themselves because you can just.
I should have pulled that shit out.
It's a big because I'm just saying he can be so much. You know what I mean? Like let's say if it was the last money I had, and that was my life on there.
But you knew it wasn't though.
But I'm just saying. But I just say at the end of the day, they got some people that do bet like that. They got some people that have everything in one thing because somebody told them, hey, you know what? I got this stock right here. Just come put your money in, and then next thing you know, just like going to casino, people put the house. How would you do this? You know what I mean? Like. I'm going to this place and I leverage my house.
Yeah.
And then when you lose that and you know, like, I got no place, I can see that. That moment, I take a minute.
But the thing is, gambling can be an addiction. Like, when I mean by addiction, I've seen that, like, in real life, and that was, like, the most scary thing. And I'm not going to say the most scary, but disturbing thing. Because I think there's a thing you can do at the casino, too. You can put yourself on, like, on a ban list.
Yeah.
So you be like, hey, man, I got issues. Ban me so I don't come back here no more, whatever. We had this guy who came in, I don't know how much money he lost, and then said to put him on the ban list. We're like, okay, cool. And the next day he came back begging
to take him off the ban list.
No, to take him off. And I was looking at that dude's face. I'm like, something is wrong with this guy.
It's not. It's sometimes I think it's competitiveness, and you got that much in it. And you sometimes you go put it something like the one place. That's what I would say. You put your. Like you say, sometimes you got a talent and you go about it the wrong way. You can go you can use the same talent you got and says, okay, the casino might be not your thing.
Yeah.
So like, what can I do with the same business mind that I got or competitiveness? How
sport
can I go
betting.
somewhere? Somewhere, it's not even, you have to be bet. It can be something like, okay, I want to do this. I want to do something
But
else.
some people live off that thrill, the risk. Because I remember I was listening to a podcast from Dana White. He's one of those people, like the risk keep them awake. Like that's like adrenaline to their brain. The risk of knowing I might lose it all, but also I might win it all. They cannot quite help it.
And that's the problem I have.
Yeah.
Again, that's my biggest, I think that's my
What's
biggest
that
problem.
dopamine receptor, right?
Yeah, he's just like, but he's just like,
to-
he's just but one thing is because I lose so much sometimes, just like at this point, my mind know like the first loss, like he's big, and he's just like, holy shit, and I'm freaking out, and then I just don't know how to explain it to you. It's just like it's like a system mechanism. It's just like, just on my own, I'm seeing like my brain is working 20, like I'm talking about 1,000 miles an hour, and it's just giving me like 15 minutes opportunities. Like, okay, yeah, and then the next thing you know is the next 5 minutes, I'm just calm about it. If I tell you, you'd be like, man, I mean, you should be like dying right now. But I just, my mind's already know how to, reset. Like, it can be like a good thing, but I deal with it in different ways. Like, the situation I can be as much depressing. I feel like, fuck, I can't do it no more. It's just like, okay.
Yeah.
And before you know it, I'm just already like, I'm good again.
Yeah.
Till next time again. But then when the thrill is when you fucking hit and you win.
When you're in it. Yeah.
Man, at some point, I'm not gonna lie to you. One point in my life, Warren Buffett ain't got shit on me.
Yeah.
I wasn't listening to nobody. I thought I was gonna be the next Warren Buffett. I really believe so. But like that's when you learn, But I'm just saying, like, but I think I was naive in the point because like everything, sometimes this never happened to you where you just everything you do works for you. Yeah. I'm talking about you step outside, you find $100.
Yeah.
It was that fucking easy. It's just like everything is going for you.
Well, that's what, like, man. So success is just like the stock market, right? Like success it's this consistent effort day in, day out. But like in the stock market, there's a few days throughout the year that you're gonna make all your money.
Yeah, I said there was a little meme that's really cool though about the stock market. And the guy show like he come and he bring his phone and under it's like a garage door. He bring his phone, the garage door bring 2 phones.
Oh, I seen that.
Yeah, he put $100. He come out like with $500. You know what I mean? He put his watch, come up like with more money. Yeah. So he put everything now. He put the watch, all the money he just made, and the garage door closed. I can't really. That's pretty much.
I think I saw that too.
Yeah.
That's how can I do this. But sometimes it's just you can be in a situation where you just give up.
Yeah.
Because life can be, like you say, can be tricky in so many levels. It's just like what you do in the most difficult moment. So that's what's gonna define who you really are.
It can't be about the money. That's like simply put, like can't be about the money. It's got to be about the people. It's got to be about your partners. It's got to be about like where's your passion at? Like what passion did God give you? Like what did He grant you with? Right? Like what are you passionate about? Like that's how you can be consistent. Is if you live within these passions. You got to keep your passions in due bounds though, right? Like you gotta stay level headed with your passions because they can get out of whack and you'll get all out of balance, right? But like my passion is people. Like I love people. I love seeing people win, right? Like in life, like if I could be partnered with people and you know what I mean, I got 15 to 20% of $100 million a year businesses. None of these people I'm partnering with will know what I have going on anywhere else, and they'll think that they're doing way better than me. But I love seeing them win. If I could help them win, right? If I like, that's the thrill. So, like, but that I think that's where the consistency comes from, is understanding that, like, man, if like you. It can't just be about the money. It can never just be about the money. If somebody comes to me and has an idea and they say, or they say, man, I'm gonna make a lot of money. What else are we gonna do? We're gonna make a lot of money. If it's all about the money, I don't want it. Like,
Yeah, but it's like it's not everybody because people are usually looking at the money.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
But
Because
those are the dudes that's gonna quit because
Yeah,
it's just
'Cause,
about
like,
the
when
money.
the money's not coming early,
Yeah.
like in the beginning, they're gonna say, "Man, screw this, we're out of here."
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why most of the people usually like quit on business because it's just because the numbers doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
And
Because-
sometimes it take time for the numbers to make sense.
Yeah, so and that's what I try to tell everybody. Like when they starting in business, like God's gonna give you a vision, right? Like whatever your vision is for your life, I believe that that's granted from God. If it's wholesome, right? Like if it's some P Diddy stuff, I don't think God gave you that vision, right?
You can
Allegedly.
Like, you can be
He's
choosing.
innocent too. But then, you know what I mean? But if like if God, like, so the vision that God gives you, right? And you see the success at the end. You're always gonna see that vision is gonna be that vision of success. Like where you're at right now is where you're at right now. That's where the faith is in the middle between where you're at right now and that vision that you have in your head, right? People get stuck in that vision that they have in their head instead of like bobbing and weaving. But by the time you get to that vision that you had in your head, God's gonna move the finish line. You'll never be done, bro. Like if the vision's from God, you'll never be done. You'll get to it, you'll celebrate it, and then you'll be like, dang, there's so much further to go. Right?
Yeah, but that's where you get ambition come from.
Yeah.
I mean, you're gonna have to be ambitious in the sense to trying to keep moving forward. Because to me, like I always say, like saying, even though I had $20 billion tomorrow, I would never be satisfied because
No.
you just have to keep going. Because you can just I see people that just like wanna be. People say that all the time. You wanna go retired, go on the beach, wake
Yeah,
up every
I
morning,
can't
go on
do
the
it.
beach. After a while, that shit's gonna get old, man. Just
Oh.
waking up, go to that beach, to do what? You retired doing what? Like just sitting and
You're
wine.
gonna die. You're gonna
You know what I
starve
mean?
up
You're
and
gonna die
yeah.
fast because the more you're moving, the more stuff you got going on.
Well,
the
it's
better
keeping
it
your
is.
mind sharp too.
Yes.
It's man, it's just 20 billion. Like, brother, there's so many you could change so many lives with $20 billion.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? And do some really cool stuff, right? Like, cause the money's fake.
Yeah,
It's
a
not
illusion.
real. Like
yeah.
the day that you die, you're ungrateful children. Nah,
That's the
I
truth.
love my kids.
Yeah,
but,
but I mean,
you know
it's,
what I
a
mean?
true, it's a true statement. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
it's
saying?
like, but and man, people prioritize certain things and money. Like I like my wife. She makes fun of me, as far as finances and stuff go, because of like the way that I look at them and the way I view them. I've recently put her on a budget like a year ago, and like I haven't heard the end of it. Like if people are friends with her on social media, they'll see all of her Facebook posts about how she hates her budget and all this other stuff. But like I had to sit her down, and say, hey, look, like if our family finances need to be ran like a business, and if I was to look at this family as a business, I wouldn't invest in it. I did. Like I was frustrated, right?
That's messed up, man.
So like we changed things up, and like now I would invest in that business. I would buy that stock, right? Like the earning statements are way better, but it was. But you have to have those conversations and stuff like that in life. But
But it take a special person to just
To understand it, and not
understand
just
that.
you know.
You know
yeah,
what I mean? Like I'm talking about your wife. So it take a special person to just say, agree
He's
with
right.
You
Yeah.
like okay, you know what?
she'll
It
never
makes
say
sense.
I was right, but like now she's like, okay, I get it, right? But it you know what I mean? At the end of the day, but she makes fun of me because like she calls me Scrooge McDuck, but I don't.
But that was not.
I don't get that
what was it?
reference. What you just said.
Scrooge McDuck because he had the little vault with all the money. Like, dude, I saved my change, bro. Like, I do $1.
It's like you see yourself because I would love to be a cheap person. Like I would love. I think it's
I'm
a
already
skills
there, me.
that's a skills
I
I
have
would
no
like to
issue.
develop. Like
I'm
frugal.
already there.
Yeah, I'm frugal to a certain extent, right? Like I'm gonna spend money on like a good drink and some good food, right? But everything else, like she'll have to convince me to buy, except for these
That's
bad.
about to say, even those tracksuits.
These tracksuits was different. Like, it was awesome. Like, no, but no, I don't like. So I wear Walmart shirts and stuff to work. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't care about the brand, really. Like, I don't like that. Doesn't move me. I know a lot of people that look rich that are poor. I don't care about what it looks like. I want to know what it is.
Yeah, it makes you feel at least. See
Yeah.
how you enjoy your tracksuit? That's different. Well, sometimes people just got like expensive stuff just for the sake of showing people that they have it, even though they don't even like it.
I'm not in competition with anybody.
Yeah.
And those people.
Yeah, but it's like you're looking at it. It's a mindset. Though.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes it's just like sometimes people is even harder.
Yeah.
You know, looking at like not too long ago, I'm looking at like my kids is just everything is on the phone, right?
Yeah.
Like back in the days, everything is outside. You know, you're not exposed to so much information.
Yeah.
So now it's so much information, you don't even have the time to process everything because the information become like too much now. People don't, care sometimes. And then you're looking at, it's easy to follow a trend. It's easy to fall.
Yes.
And then it's easy to just like, oh, this is what I want to be. But I think we the biggest slave, we slave of our own self, our own self. It's really hard to be like, okay, I don't care.
Yeah.
I wear a Walmart shirt.
Yeah.
But it's hard for some people. Like, oh, why they gonna look at me? Oh, shit.
I feel like
I go to Marshall.
and somebody don't really,
Yeah.
people
I
don't
feel
really
like
care.
it's a confidence issue, really, honestly. I feel like people that lack confidence in a sense care about what people think about them.
Yeah.
Like, because it's kind of like, okay, that's the value that matters, the value that this person got in his head about me. That's the value that matters. But if you got confidence within yourself, see, you just said on a it's not live podcast, but like something that's going on the internet.
Yeah.
Man, I wear Walmart clothes, and
Yeah.
you're cool with it. You lay back, you say that shit like as if in
No,
your
I
mind you
will,
think
bro.
that's a
Like,
cool
if,
shit.
Hey, if I go buy the shirt section or something, like them flannels, you think I ain't gonna have them flannels for the winter? Bro, that's where I get my flannels from.
But but okay, let me ask you this because some people, it's two things sometimes. Like sometimes people they have money
Yeah.
and then they know shit. I can afford it. Fuck it, I'm not gonna buy it. Having that feeling, like even though you want
that
to,
puts you at ease.
That's actually something that
That puts
I
you at ease.
explained to
You
know what I
my
mean?
wife when one day we were shopping and we went to the mall to get something. I don't even know why we were there, but we were at the mall. I was like, this is crazy. Like I never looked at it that way, and it's a blessing. I'm not bragging or anything, but I said, man, there was a time in my life that I came to this place. And I went and looked at all the things that I wanted to buy and couldn't afford. And now I can come in here and I can buy whatever I want to buy.
You don't even care about
And
it.
I don't want it.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So sometimes it's just like the fact that when you don't have the money,
Yeah.
it make you feel like that envy you wanted.
Well, you know the effort that went into getting that money.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know the time that you spent. You know like the heartbreak. Like there's gut wrenching shit that happens to make that paycheck.
Yeah.
There's those days that you wake up and you're like, I don't want to do this. I don't want a life today. I want to sit in here and I want to eat some cookies and cream ice cream.
I'm gonna say this though. I know somebody who I know that pretty much tell me that every day before they go to work.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to go to work today.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, don't go.
Yeah, but I mean,
No.
because even though you don't have that, I think I always got another way to process it in my mind. Like, you guys, that's some shit. You got to do it. So therefore, I don't even let it cross my mind because when I'm working in any job I go through, I always like,
You always like wake up and I'm excited to be there.
fuck no.
Okay, I thought that's what you were gonna say.
I'm just saying, but I'm not saying.
I thought that's what you were gonna say.
I know. Hey, I was just saying, like, my mind. Nobody wanna be a fucking work, man. But at the end of the day, I'm not gonna sit here and say, man, I don't wanna go to work.
But you know what's interesting? Like, I would like to say I don't suffer depression because I don't get depressed me. But if there was like a phase in life where I feel like okay, I'm down, it's usually in the morning when I'm going to work.
Yeah.
And then I dread that feeling so bad too. I don't want to feel like that too. I came up with a thing. To I listen to podcasts like when these teams suck, I just hop on there and I know they're gonna talk some mad shit about his team.
Yeah.
See,
that
that-
makes me happy.
see, that's
so
fucked
I
up,
find
you
a
know?
way to. I don't like to sit in that mode.
This is that fucked up shit. You know?
I'm like, I'm
trolling
not
you.
sit in that fucking
He's
mood.
preying on somebody else.
I'm like,
That's
okay,
no problem. No
if
problem.
this team is sorry, they lose every week anyway. But I'm like, okay, they're gonna be talking. Like, you know, all them pundits and sport pundits gonna be
Yeah.
going hard on them, and I just hop on there and check it out,
So
and
your
it
team
brightens
win-
my day.
Your team win last weekend?
No, it didn't. But
My
we
team-
didn't know as
we
bad
didn't
as
lose,
you.
We didn't lose the weekend. What are you talking
Oh
about?
yeah, Drew, you like Ten Hag? Well, you won't get what we're saying though.
By the way, we're always talking like, you know,
Yeah.
it's just like, I think a level of competitiveness when it comes to everything, even the team. Like if his team is playing, oh yeah, I can't
You
wait for the
own it.
downfall. Oh, I
Yeah.
can't fucking wait. You know what I mean?
I mean, you're supposed to though. That's like sibling rivalry.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
But let me ask you this though. Let's just switch gear real quick. We kind of heard about your background story, you know, your young adult life and the whole 9 yards. Where now, look where you're at now. Let's just say if you had a chance to speak with your young adult self, like an 18, 19-year-old you, what would you say to him?
Man, he would punch me in my face probably, but
What for? You're the one that made it.
Yeah, no,
you should punch him in the face.
Yeah, the young me was like, yeah, he didn't love people. He didn't love people, but no, I would tell him, man, like it's gonna be all right. Like listen more than you talk. You know, find a mentor. Like find people that's pouring into you. Not.
But let's just say, not to interrupt you, let's just say if you were trying to preach to your young self, man, get off that type of life, you know, the street life, it ain't good for you. Do you think your young self at that age would have listened to the advice you're trying to get them, or maybe he would have been still stuck in his way till he had to learn the hard way?
He would have had to learn the hard way.
So he wouldn't listen to you.
He wouldn't have listened to me. He wouldn't have believed that I came in a time machine. Like I go touch my old self right now, he wouldn't recognize who I am. And, you know what I mean? I probably wouldn't recognize who he is because that guy died. You know, like I had to kill that old man. Like it. And I don't say that in an arrogant way. I say that in the most humble way ever. Like to die to self, you know what I mean? At a certain point in your life is like one of the most difficult things because, like you think you have it figured out, and then I mean I was in my mid to late 20s when that happened, right? And like I'll never forget calling my pops and was like, man, hey, I apologize. I'll never forget. He snickered. He's like, what do you mean you apologize? It's like, bro, I thought I had it figured out, but I don't have anything figured out. Like, I need you to teach me. And that's when I started investing and I started doing, you know what I mean? I started making other moves and things in my life. The moment that I was like, I told the universe I wanted to learn, it started to teach me. Up until that point, I had a mindset that I couldn't learn. Or this is what it's going to be, right? The moment I opened up to the universe taught me. God just started putting things in my life that was for my, and that's why I say I failed my way into success. I still feel that way. I always feel that way. Like when people are ashamed of that's one thing that I can't understand is when you're ashamed of your mistakes.
Oh no!
Like you
Yeah,
own it. Like there's a lot of dudes that would be like, I'll never take losses. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like when people you fail your way to success, like and we do it like I've been married for 24 years, right? Like I try to tell all young married people, I'm like, hey, bro, like
Don't do it.
no, I don't say don't do it because I want them to be. I actually told him one day. I had a friend that he got jammed up on a beef, and I was like, man, my partner got less time for murder than I got for marrying your ass. Like, you know what I mean? When I got to the year 15, like my partner got out like the same year that we hit year 15. I was like, my friend got less time for murder. Like, I'm still married.
Yeah, that's like that.
Yeah, I got a life sentence. Man, I got 25 with an L over here.
Hey, you do know your wife gonna see this, right?
Yeah, no, I know. But no, she'll laugh about it because she knows I really said it. But nah, man, that
I mean, it's a whole nother level of commitment, you know.
what?
Yeah, being married.
Yeah, but it balances me out, and I need that because hey, dude, like My wife's incredible. I couldn't be who I am, and I couldn't do what I do without her, right? Like, I mean, when God puts the right person in your life, like, there's nothing like it.
Yeah, so I said like behind every great man, you're gonna have a great woman.
Yeah,
So if you don't have that, usually it's being your downfall. So.
yeah.
Well, you from out here? I guess basically born and raised. Simple question: 3 favorite restaurant out here?
3 favorite?
Yes, sir.
Oh man.
Man, look like you got like a whole list.
Yeah. So number 1, my favorite. I'm gonna start from the 1 and go down.
Let me see if I approve. Go
It's
ahead.
a shocker. Raja's.
Man, come on, bro.
I love Raja's, bro. I go eat that goat curry, like the cheesy naan bread.
I'm thinking about another place.
Yeah,
'Cause
you
the place
thinking-
I'm thinking about don't sell good curry.
No, Raja's. It's right
Where's
there
that?
on Ryan Street, next to. It's where the old Blockbuster used to be. It's a Pakistani restaurant.
I don't think I've been
Oh,
there.
I've never
I've
been
never been there. I know I
Hey.
gotta try it out. What time they close?
I don't know.
What's your favorite restaurant, man? You should know their
Well,
own
I always go
schedule.
during the day. I go for lunch. Hey, so that's something I will do if somebody's like, if I'm trying to like figure out if somebody's really with me or not. And they're like, "Want to do lunch?" Yeah. What you want to do? They're like, "Oh no, you pick." Like I'm picking Rogers because I know they never ate, especially if it's a white guy. He ain't never had curry. Well, even most people around here, they've never had curry.
I gotta try it out. Now you done put it in my mind. I'll
Oh,
be there
dude.
tomorrow.
Hey.
So what's the other 2?
The other 2, like I really like 121.
Yeah, I know 121.
I like 121. But everybody goes
121
there.
is by where you're going to the hospital.
Yeah, on Dr. DeBakey.
Yeah.
Oh, way back there?
Yeah.
I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
it's
Oh,
kinda
that's
like
a
a-
nice little
Yeah.
spot. Yeah.
Yeah. I like that. And then Mazin's.
Man.
Yeah, Mazen is like,
Yeah.
I know Mazen.
It's like it's Mediterranean kind
I
of.
got bad story with Mazen's.
Do you?
Nah, not the food part, but my bookshelf part.
What's in your
What you
bookshelf?
mean?
So, man, you really gonna make me say it.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I had when I had my first son, right? So usually like
Oh,
the
shit.
hospital would give you
Oh, the voucher.
vouchers, right?
Yeah.
So I remember, like I said, I had my friend. I asked him. He went there before. I said, "Hey, man, so I just got these vouchers. How was it?" He said, "Oh, man." He said, is that enough money for me to go to, to the restaurant?" He said, "Cool, yeah, man. Is enough money for both of you?" I said, "Okay, cool." I went there, bro, and that's the only thing I had, the vouchers for 2 people. And
It went over.
shit. I didn't have no money else. I had to go like looking for coins in my car to finish it. And the waiter was behind me. The
Yeah.
whole fucking
Make sure you're coming in.
Yeah.
that was the worst feelings, and I never felt so broke in my life. So when I make some money, I went over there like suited up. She give me
Stunning.
everything in the fucking
Yeah.
menu. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that moment right there was just, it was so embarrassing because, man, and you in there with a bunch of white people. You're the only
Yeah.
black guy in there.
Yeah.
I mean, it was
Yeah,
kind
you
of
have
like,
to go out there and get man.
yeah. And then he's just like, you make it. You didn't look good.
Yeah.
Well,
He
you
wasn't
live,
one of
you
the
learn. That's how the
Yeah,
thing
you know what I
goes,
mean.
man.
It was kind of tough.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
I
he fucked
get
with
it.
my mind, though. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
But I'll make sure I go there. I mean, they're not gonna remember that. That was
Well,
my problem.
The
you know?
crazy thing, if Mazin would have been there, like if he was the owner, would have came out and he would have told him exactly like where your logic and everything.
I wasn't gonna explain all that, man.
Nah, he would have had your
I was
back,
already
though.
embarrassed, you know. I mean,
No,
because
he would have told he's gonna want his money, but he'd be like, "Hey, get it to me later."
shit, I didn't have the
But
later.
he might, yeah,
Even the later, man, I didn't have the later, you know. But I did because I would never go. But my friend was telling me, "Hey, yes,
Yeah.
I can." But he didn't think I wasn't gonna bring no money either. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it says, I didn't know what you was gonna get because I'm not gonna get the same food for 2 people.
yeah.
You know what I mean? But
Y'all heard that
that's-
joke. Y'all heard that joke from Shannon Sharp. But you went there with your actual girlfriend at that time. But you heard that joke from Shannon Sharp where he said he went out with a girl and the girl owed her some
Oh yeah.
whatever it is, and he's like, "What comes with that?" He said, "A condom." Because if you get that, that's what comes with it.
Oh, she wanted that whack.
Because sometimes when them girls they
yeah.
scan that menu and they find the most expensive thing on there and they get it, and you're
Yeah.
like, "Dang."
But there's a lot of that's what's crazy about like we have some good food places.
Oh yeah, they do have some good for that down here.
Like there's some slept on places too. Like
But Rogers, I'm definitely check it out tomorrow for sure.
dude, hey, it's fire.
You never check like area 337? They got
Yes. I had it once, so like it was really good though.
Yeah, they're really
it was really good.
But this restaurant out here, they close so early. I feel like Friday, Saturday night, they should at least stay up. Some of them do, but not all of them. Stay open till like at least midnight.
So the one thing that I wish now, have y'all had shawarmas yet on Ryan Street?
I want to say I did.
Yeah, so like another, I think it's a Lebanese, like the company or the family that owns it. I think they're Lebanese or something like that.
Yeah,
but
see, I'm not that adventurous. That's my problem.
dude, they have the best shawarma plates. Dog, it's fire. Like I like trying like. So when I go when I listen to y'all's podcast where y'all got interviewed, right? And when you said that you don't go on vacation, you travel.
Yeah.
I do the same thing. Like I don't. The worst thing I ever did in my life, I went to Costa Rica and I paid for a resort.
Oh, yeah.
And we was on the resort like 20% of the time.
You didn't go nowhere, basically.
No. We went everywhere. We were barely on the resort. Like, I made friends.
So y'all went to bars, but see, the thing is, I like to get the vibe of the street,
No.
like in a sense. Like,
Yeah. No, we went all over the place. Like, we went to the volcanoes. Like, we went to the jungle. We went to the little village, like, by the rainforest and everything.
No, really?
Yeah, this is Costa Rica is beautiful.
Dude, Costa Rica is the coolest place I've ever been in my life.
Even better than Greece?
The people.
Those are the only two places that I've ever, like, kind of been choked up when I left was Greece and Costa Rica.
Oh, I gotta check them out.
Like,
add them to the bucket
So if
list.
you for all the travel you've done, if you have to go live in one city for the rest of your life, where will it be?
Athens.
Ooh, Greece.
Yeah.
Why?
That's a good
I
choice.
fit in. I blend in. I got a
Yeah, the man got like Russian mob connection back
I got
there.
a Greek nose. You know what I mean? Like,
All right, man.
But no, Athens was really cool, man. It was just neat, and there's so much history there, and that's one thing that when people travel, it puts life into perspective, right?
No,
we sit
man, I'm
around.
tired of preaching people that shit. They don't listen to me.
Yeah, I mean, you just said sometimes you tell people to travel. Some people do not have the money to travel.
That's
But
true.
some doesn't even care to travel.
But when they do get the money, they should go. Like,
Yes.
take that trip. Like, book that trip. Like, Greece, you got things that's like, you're looking at this, it's 1,000 years old.
yeah,
I mean, like every time,
1,200 years
every
old.
time I travel though, it's just like I feel like, man, I want to do this every day. Like I feel like I want to do this every day. I feel like I become broken in my head. Like I'm not making no money. I'm thinking to myself, somebody's doing this right now. Like the guy
every single day.
He just can swipe the card like unlimited every day. You know what I mean? Like he just make me like take
He's
everything.
probably miserable, though.
Yeah, I mean, but he take me. That's why he take me like you don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just know I want to be doing this every day.
Yeah, I want to know how it feels to get tired of taking trips. Yeah.
I want to get, I want to
That
have
would be
that
a dope business. That would be like an awesome business to be able to like, be like a travel influencer, go all over the place and tell
I see
people
people,
what was
yeah.
They
good.
got plenty of them on YouTube. I mean,
Yeah,
YouTube,
they got a lot of
Instagram,
people
you
that
name it.
really do that. I mean, I think that would be a cool job to have,
Yeah, it'd be dope. Where would you? So trip you haven't been on? Where would you go? One place you haven't been.
I got a list that's so long.
Man,
I can. What do you think? I can give you about 20 of them. We're gonna start with Egypt or Switzerland. Those two places on top.
Yeah.
They're on top of the list.
I mean, I get the Egypt one. But it's not
And
like something.
I wanna go to Japan.
Dubai. That's my one place.
Dubai Dubai is beautiful, but it feels like so many people go there to where you see on their phone taking pictures. In a sense, it made me feel like I've been there too. Like when you hear all the stories, Lambos everywhere, or whatever.
I just like the high life of it. That's it.
Yeah.
I just like that having that feeling, like where you can just,
Yeah.
the kind of money.
It did like Dubai is a unique place too.
It is.
Yeah, I
because
know.
It wasn't there 30 years ago.
No, it wasn't.
No, that's why everything is so like top
that's,
tier.
that's why you show
over
like
there. Everything
what,
brand new.
what really money can do, bro.
Yeah.
Them
Yeah.
guys really did it. You know what I mean?
No, that like, and dude, like that's what that fun that they have is like a really neat thing. You know what I mean? Like that venture capital thing that they have, like, dude, they have the biggest fund in the world.
Oh yeah,
dude.
yeah.
Like,
They got the
Them guys shitting gold over there, man.
yeah, man.
Yo, shitting gold.
Money is nothing.
but it's unique though because like I don't know. Like, I don't know what I would do in life if I ever got to the point where I was too big to fail. Like, I don't know.
I mean, that's
like,
that's where you can end up being like no Diddy. You so end up having shit doing
You
shit
doing
like
weird
that.
shit like that
Yeah.
to keep life
No, I
interesting.
definitely.
You know what I mean?
I don't
Like,
know if I would like if I would just buy an island and go live there by myself and swear off society at that point, right? But I think that that's what I love about where I'm at in life, and I don't know if y'all feel the same way. Is that it's that risk of the failure? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's what's exciting. Like
I feel like that's why you start doing stuff. You're trying so hard to fail, and you can't fail no matter what you do.
Yeah.
Unless if you're doing some fucked up shit to the
Stupid.
public. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, I guess.
Yeah. They messed me up when they started walking around with tigers and lions and stuff.
I mean, this guy got so much money right now. I mean, they're trying anything they
When
can.
I seen the dude in the Lamborghini and he got a cheetah, it's like that's next level. Like,
mean, that's
that's
what you
a
know-
whole new level of baller.
yeah,
Man, when you
yeah,
got-
I don't want to hang out with them because that cheetah might be like.
But funny thing is because I don't know, maybe if I never have that kind of money, like to a certain point, to just like people fighting to have a license plate,
Yeah.
to say number one, that's when you know, man, fuck a license plate. A license plate is a license plate to me.
Yeah.
If this is gonna show that I'm that dude, to a license plate. You know what I mean? I think like when you see the guy with the license plate that say one,
Yeah.
you know he's top notch. Not everybody can have that. You have
Yeah.
a certain class to be on.
He spent a whole lot of stupid money to get.
Yeah,
that
just to
license.
get
But
that.
money don't mean nothing to those.
You know what I mean?
They
It's
really
just like
don't.
to me, like I don't think I would never want to have that kind of money where I just a license plate would
Yeah.
mean so much to be in a certain club.
Yeah,
But I don't know till the day come.
Yeah.
That's why now I'm speaking.
yeah. You're saying
Shit,
no, but
yeah.
it could turn into yes.
Because you never
Right.
know, because maybe I don't know. I don't know, but I feel like it's stupid. Like just somebody would say, I say people say all the time, and I would never spend like $200,000 in a watch.
Yeah,
I think it's a normal thing to do.
I wouldn't
I would
do
spend $5 million in a watch.
I wouldn't spend $20 on a watch. Doesn't matter how much money I got.
But I'm just saying,
Because
some
I don't
people
get the
do.
whole idea of having a watch that is so expensive, and then it just tell times at the end of the day.
And
So
that-
it's kind of like you're worried for people to notice that you have it, but as far as for you,
I bet they hold the
don't
values. As
quite
long
get
as
that
they hold
part.
values, you
well, I
don't lose
would.
money.
I like it. I love that you brought, like you said that. Like my watch. I bought like when my goal in life was to get a Rolex, right? Like I was like, man, give me a Rolex. When I got the only reason I wear my Rolex every day is to remind me that Rolex did not make me feel anything the moment I put it on my wrist.
exactly. That's why I don't quite get. Like if I'm
Yeah.
if I'm spending that kind of money,
But
it better
I
be
get,
something
I'm
that
just
makes me
saying,
feel good.
somebody spend $500,000 in a watch.
Yeah,
He got it like this, unless he's stupid as fuck.
yeah,
I'm just saying, those guys,
Yeah, that ain't nothing to
500,000
them.
sounds like $500 watch.
Yeah.
And their whole values. Why not doing it? Unless if you want to go give money to other people's. But if
But
you
I
don't-
feel like I'd rather do like if I'm that fucking rich, I got $500K. I'd rather go change your life with it instead of just buying a dumb watch. 'Cause
You
I feel like
still
that, I
do.
feel like that watch would never
Honestly,
do nothing for me. In a
like
sense.
if go back to the 20 billion thing, if I had if I was sitting here right now with 20 billion, I'm talking to y'all, I'm thinking like, okay, like I know that where y'all from, the infrastructure is
Backwards,
it's
messed
bad,
up.
it's depleted, it's failing, the government's failing. Like right now is the time to invest in Haiti. We can get a whole bunch of stuff for cheap.
Yeah, but I mean,
we could buy the island for a
Oh yeah,
billion.
you can buy the island. But the thing is, sometimes that's why, like, I mean, it's easy to say, and I always feel like it's not that simple.
Yeah.
Even though you have like 20 billion, you say you want to go to Haiti. Sometimes the forces behind that is so big. When you realize you got $20 billion, you can't even do shit.
Yeah.
Unless if you're willing to just, it's not about the money. Sometimes it's just about the people. You know, like it's not the people
They
who are
have-
living
so
in Haiti.
it's
It's
a
the
mindset
people
down there?
I'm not talking about the people in Haiti. I'm
Yeah.
talking about the big forces. I'm talking about like the people with the money, the people that keep.
They want to keep the country how it is so they can control it in a sense.
You see what I'm saying?
Then
So
those
if you want to
people-
do good,
maybe they don't have 20 billion, but their pocket are deep as well, and they know how to manipulate people with the money they got to go against you. If that
you
makes
might
any
die
sense.
before you even do anything.
Yeah.
That's the level I'm trying to say. Because let's say some guys, how you say, if we're talking about
Is
Haiti.
that ruthless?
Yes, if you're talking to somebody, how somebody have $2 billion in Haiti, right? I look at the guy with the most money in Haiti, got $2 billion. He don't have no hotels, no nothing, no restaurant. Where this money goes, where you invest, where you get this money, where you invest this money at, because he's not in Haiti. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%.
So that's what's the plan? Like,
Does he live in Haiti still?
They barely, and they probably got a house over there. When they fly out of there, you don't even know when they get there.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that's what I'm saying. Sometimes you can say, "How I want to change stuff," and when you get to 20 billions, you're like, "Okay, I'm gonna go help a whole country,"
Yeah.
and you realize
You can't.
you say, "Hey, somebody come knocking on your door. Yeah, you can't do nothing about that."
That's crazy.
I know. Sometimes it be crazy.
Yeah.
You think like some shit like this don't really happen. It really does happen. Unless if you're gonna have to know so many people, just like it's not that simple.
That's hateful though.
It is hateful.
Like that.
Keeping a country like this to a certain way, you just let
But
the
I
people.
feel like it benefits them that way because they can manipulate shit more. It's kind of like the government is within their grasp. Everything's like a puppet to them.
Yeah.
So it might look as messed up as it may seem, but it gives them total control.
So
if
that
that
was-
makes sense.
Like I guess I'm terrible at geography because like one day I was looking at a map, and like everybody goes on vacation in the Dominican Republic,
Yes.
and Haiti's right connected to the
Yes.
Dominican Republic.
Two country, one
And
island.
and I was like, why didn't anybody ever go to Haiti? Right? Like,
Yeah, but so when you're looking at it, I'm not saying it because yes, I'm gonna have a bias because I'm Haitian. True. You know, I always have to.
they probably have some beautiful beaches.
Oh, yeah,
it's the
for
same thing.
sure.
I always have to say we don't eat your dogs, we don't eat your cats. We do this shit. So, but I was just saying like
meow meow.
no meow meow.
They eating the dog. They
don't
eating
do-
the cat.
We don't do no meow meow. We don't need no hoo hoo. We don't
They
eat
eating
none
the
of that.
pets.
But the whole point is
But y'all did it. You didn't say no geese. There was that one
I
man that
never
was
eat
like,
geese, but
they
I think
went
it's
to the
I
pond.
think I eat that. I mean,
Yeah,
I
I ate goose too.
I think I eat that. I don't. I
Yeah.
never ate it before, but I think I would
Yeah.
eat that. But my point is, when you're looking at the way Haiti's set up right now, we got the first black country independent.
Yeah,
Great story, right?
yeah.
We got better food than Dominican Republic. That's a fact.
Really?
Yes. So now,
What is y'all's main?
Rice and-
Griot is called griot.
Yeah,
It's
right.
kind of like fried meat with a fried plantain, and then you got something else on the side called pickles and the whole 9 yards.
And you got
Plus,
rice.
Haitian food is A1, man. Trust me.
A1.
As a matter of
A1.
fact, we got somebody that can speak on that, right? That people that tasted it, they always liked it.
Who
yeah,
cook?
it's legit A1.
You
So
cook it?
yeah, I mean,
You know, I need
yeah,
to,
I'll hook you up. But so when you're looking at that, so if I say like Haiti was the same as Dominican Republic right now, nobody would go to Dominican Republic. Everybody would come to Haiti.
Yeah,
That's a fact because you know what I mean. But sometimes that's what I'm saying. The forces are bigger. Something doesn't add up. Something doesn't make sense. And then I never want to speak about racism. You know, I always try to be like, because I didn't grow up in it, I always feel like, yeah, I don't think it's a thing. But from time, seeing it more and more and more,
yeah.
I feel like it might
yeah,
have things to do with it when you just say, look at it, because the way them guys we're killing each other over there.
Yeah.
And nobody, I'm talking about like the United States as one of the greatest countries in the world. And Haiti's like what? An hour and 20 minutes from Miami?
yeah.
And nobody said anything. So to me, I'm not going to be too political, but I feel like sometimes it's, even though you would have $20 billion, you say you want to change Haiti, I feel like when they say the guy with the black suit come knocking at your door, I feel like at some point,
Dang.
I
Well,
think
that's
he'd be on that level.
So they wouldn't even want anybody to invest in the infrastructure?
I'm not saying the hate. I'm not going to say the people, but I feel like I don't know. Till you got the money, you're really going to know the forces you're really fighting with. You know what I mean?
Well, that's like coup after coup, right?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So y'all grew up during any of the coups?
Oh, yeah, man.
So, like, what is that like?
Fun.
No, it ain't fun.
It wasn't fun, but after a while, you just get used to it.
They're like, oh,
Makes
they
sense.
destabilize. So you like, they just destabilize.
Man,
the
shit, I
government
like that, because
again.
when they do that, that's like 3-4 days off of school. Man, come on, who be arguing with that, man? So, like I said, you get used to it. Like, whenever you, like, you know, they got those BS going on out there to where they say, oh, the school gonna be shut down for 2 weeks.
But that's being a
I'm
kid.
a kid. I'm like,
Yeah, that's being a kid.
say less.
But your parents, you can see the stress on your
Yes.
parents.
yeah,
Yes.
absolutely, yeah.
When you're a kid now, if you're a grown-ass man, then you got no jobs. You know, you got...
You can't go to work, no
you
paycheck
got
coming.
family. And right now, it's even worse now. Back in the days, like, here's a few city, you know, where like gangster was shooting and blah, blah, blah. Now it's like even the country, even the worst, the place that you would never think of.
Yeah.
He's overrun by stuff like that. It's just like, and then when you got a president, after they killed the president, like what, 3-4 years ago.
Yeah.
After that, this shit never get, How's the country got 9 presidents, but what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
No, yeah, what? I don't
9
I
presidents,
don't
bro.
keep up with none of that shit.
You know what
so
I mean?
couldn't
It's
tell you.
stupid, but anyway, we brought it up, but
Yeah.
Man,
you know,
like the
free Haiti, and it's just, let's say it like
Yeah.
this, but it's just, but $20 million out, even though it sounds good, I think it's a good initiative to go do it, but I don't think it'd be easy because you would think like, if you got $20 billion, you can make Haiti so beautiful, and that $20 billion can become $100 billion
Yeah.
just like that.
That's what I was thinking.
Just like that. With the tourism, the people you have, if you put build 5 casino over there, bro, you even know what to do with money, bro.
That's printing money then.
Printing money. People who come over there, people who just, fly, just go have a good time in Haiti, good food,
Yeah.
good bitches.
So like, what is like from an economic?
I say bitches, I'm talking about swimming. I'm not
Yeah.
talking about
That ain't what I heard, but
He
okay.
said beaches.
bitches.
That ain't what I heard, but okay.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't care. What. So that's not
So like, what is Haiti's number one export?
Oh, like coffee used to be a big thing.
Really?
Yeah, we used to import like coffee.
Coffee, sugarcane,
Yes.
mango,
Oh yeah, we got. I mean,
avocado. Have you ever had a mango from Haiti? Oh God, that's something else.
It's good.
avocados in Haiti. Like when I see like Walmart, they be having them some big old avocado bigger than the cup, man.
Really?
It's not them small looking Mexican shit.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about
Bananas.
I'm talking about real big thing, bro.
Yeah. No, that's like, that's something that I always ask when I travel. Is like,
I mean, it would be nice for people to go to Haiti, but right now, I would not advise nobody
No,
to go.
I
I wouldn't go to Haiti right now, but I think it's just like when Haiti used to be like quiet and peaceful in a sense. It used to be a good place to go to because food is great. Like the environment is beautiful.
Yeah.
It's not hot like it is out here. It's not a humid hot. It's just be like a dry heat.
Even in the summertime.
Oh yeah.
Like,
And because if you think about it,
It's
people
a tropical island. It's like there's like a little good breeze on there. You usually get even though it's hot, but the breeze just keep you cool. If that makes any sense.
okay. So like, I've been to Jamaica, but
Jamaica is kind of like Haiti.
is it?
Yeah, but not to this. Jamaica is more beautiful when it comes to infrastructure.
Yeah.
But just for the nature,
Yeah.
it's the same.
Okay.
Yeah, I went to Jamaica last year. It was pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Now you went up the mountain and all that.
Yeah. Only place I didn't go is I didn't go to Bob Marley place. I wanted to go. I didn't.
I didn't go do that either.
This
I
is
went.
legit,
I
though.
came back to my house.
Did you have smoke a joint over there?
No.
No, I did not inhale.
I'm just asking. I'm just confirming, man. Y'all in Jamaica. I mean, why the hell not?
Nah.
But
I
okay.
didn't.
But no, so
They offered it though. It was everywhere.
yeah.
Though.
They offer it to you too?
Split from on, yeah.
You didn't trust it or something?
Nah, it's just work, you know what I mean?
No, I got you.
Yeah.
But but nah, no, it was pretty cool because we went up the mountain and my fraternity is all over the place, right? And like they have certain rings, and I seen some of the rings up the mountain. And they seen my ring too, and like we kind of, it was cool. Like they were like, "No, I got you." And that was a fun trip. Like, but I did learn something when I went to Jamaica that it's not gonna be a popular thing with white folks. But like, I didn't think that. Like, I used to sit around and think I don't have any white privilege. You know what I mean? Like that ain't real. And then I went to Jamaica and realized because they would talk to my wife before they would talk to me, and I was like, I do have white privilege because I would expect, you know what I mean, for them to like the dudes to come talk to me first, right? But my wife's right there, and they'd be like, "Boss lady," and then they would speak to me.
The white black?
Yeah.
Yeah, he told us.
Yes, you did say that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I would so I did. I realized that
And they feel she was like one of our own, man.
yeah.
It was like, man, why you bring him here?
Yeah, why you brought this cracker?
I didn't go that far, man. But if you say it, okay.
Yeah.
That is just funny.
No, but no.
I mean, shit, man. I mean, that was really a fun,
Yeah, fun conversation. We literally talked about anything and everything. We started from bad childhood to podcast to businessmen to gambling to politics.
Yeah.
Man, that was a hell of a conversation. I've enjoyed it.
It's all intertwined. No, I had a blast. I just like could keep going for forever, bro. I feel like I've known y'all for 20 plus. I think I'm Haitian.
Everybody's claiming they're Haitian nowadays. I don't know what's up with that.
Are you willing to? When they say they're eating the dog, you better say no, not us.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, man, we enjoyed having you here. Like I said, that was a hell of a conversation, and thank you for joining the Haitian King Podcast. Like, that's basically what we do. So if there's anybody here, like that's watching and following, because we've been getting decent views on YouTube actually, and the same thing, like, subscribe, and share, and if y'all feel some type of way, or perhaps want to correct us about something we may have y'all disagree with per se, get in the comment section. Till next time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
There you go.
Man, we went.
Know me out.
How you feel about the experience?